Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Show here again, and today we will be doing yet another wig review, and this wig review is brought to you by LuvMe Hair. But before we get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today we're going to be doing yet another wig review. Like I said, LuvMe Hair, and they were kind enough to send me this wig that we will be reviewing today. Now, I already took the wig out the box because I decided to actually pre-pluck the lace before I filmed or anything, and that was just because I just wanted to play around with the hairline. I did feel like the hairline of this wig was pretty thick, so I wanted to get rid of those extra hairs off camera. So if I skipped that step and it bothered you guys, I am sorry, but it was just more convenient for me. But today's wig that we will be reviewing today is a bob wig, as you guys seen on the face card of the video, and I just decided to go with a bob because it's been so hot out here, and I kind of wanted a straight style. I didn't want anything curly. I can just wear my own hair out if that's the case, but I wanted something straight, and blowing out my hair now during this heat is not out here in Texas. But today's wig is the Supernatural Side Part Glueless Wide T-Lace Bob Wig. This is the wig right here. This is what we are working with, and there are a lot of flyaways, so do not pay attention to that. But there's a lot of flyaways. Now, as you guys could see, I did pluck just a little too much right here, but that's okay. Because we will play with that later, and because the hair is kind of on the face, it really doesn't matter. Now on the mannequin, it just isn't giving. The mannequin is way bigger than my head, but on my head this is going to of course look a lot more different. So let's get into it. Let's put her on, and then I'm going to cut the lace. Now I'm actually going to cut the lace off my head, not on my head, but let me see if you guys could see that a little bit better. So see, there was some plucking done right here on the sides too, because I really wanted it to look natural. Now, a couple of details when it comes to this lace is this is Swiss lace, so you're getting a nice, well, I would assume it's a nice soft lace. It does not look, it looks like it's been bleached. So as you guys could see, this is what the inside looks like of the wig cap. There are some combs in there and a wig band right there. And the side part is on the left side, so it'll be right here. It's on the left side. The lace itself, what you're getting is a 13 by 5 by 1. So what that means is it goes 13 inches back, so you get a pretty wide, pretty deep parting space, but you only get like 5 inches right here in the front, so you're gonna get from here to here, so it's pretty much like a closure. And then you get a 1 inch of lace right here in the front, so if you want to pluck and you want to make it look more natural, you can do that. That is why I was able to pluck in the front, and I would definitely advise that you do that because it is pretty dense. So you can actually pluck right here in the very front right here where I plucked. You can pluck there, and then on the side right here you can just pluck just a tiny bit on the side where it's going to be shorter. This is, like I said, a left side. You do get 150% density, and the wig is 10 inches. So let's go ahead and put her on. I'm actually a little bit nervous about this install because I just feel like with bobs, synthetic bobs, I always have a good run. Like, I had one synthetic bob one time that was just amazing. The only bad part is that because of the hair quality, it doesn't last as long. So this is where human hair wigs win. But as far as the install it was flawless. Okay, so I don't think I did bad with the plucking. Like I said, I feel like with if this was longer, or if this was like a middle part, I probably would have messed up the parting space because of what I did. So this is what we're working with. I think it's actually really pretty. I don't think there's anything really wrong with it as of yet. I could see right here where you can actually do some baby hairs or something if you want to play around with it. So let me take this back. I was going to cut it off my head, but I'm just going to go ahead and keep it on my head. Since it's already there, I've already adjusted my straps. And so y'all already know I like making things a little bit easier for me. So let's go ahead and cut this lace first. I am using my kitchen scissors because I cannot find my my pink scissors, my hair scissors. I can't find them anywhere. So I'm gonna move this a little bit to the side and I'm gonna push her back just a little bit, and I'm going to cut. So like I said in my last video, I always like to cut in the middle because I get a better look at what I'm cutting versus if I cut like straight like from side to side. I feel like a lot of times I end up messing up my lace. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut one more time, kind of in the middle first, just so I don't mess up that lace, because this is very minimal lace and I like to have a little something that I can kind of like just glue on. So that is good. I think this is good. These flyaways are really, really annoying. Okay, so you guys can see where that lace is, right? Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a little bit more because I want this one to sit a lot better than the last review that I did. The last review that I did, it wasn't bad, but I really, really want this one to work. Like, I knew that last one, the wig was going to be great, but I really want this one to just look perfect. Like, I mean, extremely perfect. And y'all already know, I've been telling y'all, like, I've been wearing my wigs out lately, even with the heat. So I always need my wigs to look decent enough to wear out. So I think this is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use my even spray. This is the black one. This is the Extreme Firm Hold. And I'm gonna melt that. And yes, I'm using a makeup brush ends. I don't feel like getting up to get any combs or baby hairs. I will not be doing baby hairs with this, by the way. We gonna do what it do. Maybe on this side, maybe right there, but I'm not doing baby hairs anywhere else. Y'all already know I be against baby hairs so much. It really depends on the wig. Like with bobs, I feel like you can mainly get away with it, but with other wigs, I just feel like those days are like past me. Like I'm good. I had those days where I used to. Okay, I had to close my window so I could give you guys a better better lighting in here because it was like way too bright. But I'm going to keep the sideburns like this on the side out because I like this style of the bob. It also keeps the hair on this side away. Like the closure is, you know what it is? I know what it is. The closure is way too close to the actual, like, it's way too close, if that makes sense, to the actual parting space. So it doesn't give you a lot to work with, but with something like this, we are gonna have to unfortunately do baby hairs. I did not want to, but I'm gonna have to because I just feel like it's not sitting the way that I want to. Because I do not like whatsoever at all how this closure is just so close. Like, I will say the lace didn't melt, but it is a little bit on the thicker side. So let's go ahead and we are going to take, I gotta take these baby hairs out because it's like really bothering me. It's not like terrible, like the cut is nice and everything. I will say another thing too is I wish the density was a little bit fuller on this bob, because I do feel like the density is a little it's whatever, but I do wish it was a little bit fuller, because it is beautifully cut. Like, I will give it that, but I just wish it was. Oh, by the way, LuvMe Hair, I did not tell you guys, but they did send me this really cute little mini flat iron, which I will be using this for this side over here, because my natural hair, as you can see, is more on the curlier side, and my sideburns are a lot shorter. So I want to blend that in. And I will be using a bigger flat iron for the actual hair, because that flat iron doesn't really do the job for me. So I'm going to be using something a little bit bigger. But let's see if I could, let me pluck a little bit more right here in the front first, because this is bothering me. It's not open enough. Like, I just wish they would have gave a little bit more space versus that little tiny 1 inch. I mean, I'm appreciative of it, because without that 1 inch, you wouldn't really be able to do much with this wig. Like, it would not give. And I'm one of those weird people that plucks with my hands. So guys, do not come for me. I do pluck with my hands. I feel like tweezers, they never work, at least for me. I don't know how you girls do it. Like, kudos to y'all, because I cannot do this. Spray this, because it was kind of lifting a little. And then we are gonna blow dry that. All right, I think that is way better. Way better. Way better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna clean off. Let me clean off this little thing right here, because that was really bothering me. And I did have to cut a little bit more of the lace, because there was like this big piece of lace just sitting there. And then I'm gonna cut around the perimeters. I mean, clean around the perimeters right here. I'm gonna use the Bellatique edge control, and this is a maximum hold. I'm only using this one because I've been using this ever since I had my locks in, and I really liked it. But for this, it doesn't serve the best purpose, I'll be honest with y'all, because this is like, I feel like it's a little too sleek, but it'll get the job done. Just to show you guys the install, if you have like a stronger hold or a holy grail edge control, I would use that instead. Or you could just use the Gus to be gel if you want to, but I just, like, with me, I'd rather just use something more moisturizing, just because a lot of times, like, things like this always give me like a hard time. I also do like to put just a little tiny bit here, just to kind of brush this back. Only thing is, like I said, you may have to glue your wig and stuff because of it. So as you guys can see, it doesn't look too bad, but I'm still hating how much that closure is just sitting like that. Like, that closure is really killing everything. Some of the ends are a little bit flimsy, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to do that. Let's leave this alone for now. Only thing I hate about installing wigs is how dirty my hands get, because I tend to get really messy, especially with the spray, and my hands, like all the hairs get stuck to my hands. It just gets like so messy and annoying. That's the only thing I hate about installing wigs. Again, my only concern with this wig, it's just the front, like the front, and I will say the density of the hair itself. I think that if it would have been maybe like a 180 density, this would have been perfect. Like, I feel like bobs need more density. Not too much, but something a little more dense than this, because it just feels like very flat right here. Especially on this side, it's good, but like on this side, it just feels very like there isn't enough hair, like, if that makes sense. Ulta palette. This is my contouring palette, and I'm gonna hope for the best. I just don't want this to look ashy, because I did find that with my other install, the install was flawless, but I guess the more glue I put on it, the more it was looking like ashy and stuff, and I just was not feeling that. So I'm making sure that with this install we do not get any parts of that, because like I said, I'm gonna be wearing this out tomorrow, and I do want it to look nice. Like, I don't want to go outside looking like a fool. Y'all see the closure right there? Like, somebody would have to be like really looking at you and like for them to be like, oh, your closure is showing. So it's not a big deal for me, but I will tell you, if you're one of those people that you're like really OCD-ish about your wig install, that could be such a big killer. I would just say, just be careful when you're plucking, because you may pluck too much to the point where that closure might be showing too much, and it might be annoying. But because the closure and my hair is black, and this, you know, kind of you can't really tell from far. It's just when you get close that it's like a problem. This hairline was giving the most issues. Like, I could say that was some trouble for me. So, and this flat iron doesn't heat up as much. It's cute, but it doesn't heat up as much, which is cool, because I don't want to freaking burn myself while doing my sideburns, but I do want it to straighten. So I would not use this. I would use this maybe for the back where the hairs are shorter, because back here the hairs, like down here where the comb is, the hairs are a little bit shorter. So I would use it for that, or I would use it if I want to do like curly, like if I want to curl this right here in the front, and I want to do like cute curls. That would be really pretty, like if you're trying to dress the wig up, like if you're trying to go out somewhere and you want like a really nice formal bob. You know how some girls, okay, we're getting somewhere with this. Yes, ma'am. There we go. Oh, hold on. Fix this up. Try not to get none of these hairs. I just want this section right here. Okay, got that. Then I just want to get the ends. A little nice and tucked. Okay, and I don't feel like there's any wefts showing. So I can feel with certain wigs when wefts are showing. I don't feel that with this one, so that is already giving a plus. That's pretty good. So you can see the cut. So this is the back of the wig. I don't know if y'all can see that, but the back of the wig. Side of the wig. Okay. And this is, of course, the front. Oh, and this is this side. Okay. Hey guys, so I had to pop back in to give you an update on this wig. So as you guys seen, I did have a little bit of difficulty with the wig. There was just like a couple of things wrong with it. As I said, it does have its con. So I decided today that I wanted to take the wig off because I've been wearing it for 2 days. I wore it out. It was decent enough for me to wear it out, which is not bad because I'm very picky with my wigs. But again, it was one of those wigs where when I went outside, I felt a little bit self-conscious. So I was just like, I gotta do something about this. If I want to wear it, I gotta fix her up. I gotta do something. So today I cleaned the house and stuff, so I had some free time, and I took the wig off and I put her on the wig stand. So what I did was I did some alterations. So as you guys could see in the video, like the original filming of the video, if you've noticed, the cut was a little bit different. So like my cut was more like this side was just a bit longer. I did cut it to even out to look like this side because I preferred it that way. I felt like the asymmetrical type of, which it still kind of looks a little asymmetrical because it's a tiny bit longer, but it's not a lot. I feel like it made this side look too thin. So as soon as I kind of cut that kind of helped it a lot, like tremendously. Second, I had to clean my lace because I don't remember if I did this on camera because I'm not done editing the video yet. I'm editing as I'm filming at the same time. So anyways, right, what was I saying? Yes, so I was not feeling the cut that off. My lace, I cleaned it off because I did put some powder. I don't remember if I did that during filming or if I did that after filming, like to kind of darken the lace. But I did notice that after I installed the wig, the lace was like a little like ashy looking. So not that it has any pigment to it, but it wasn't like bleached to the point where you can't notice it. So I put some powder on it, and apparently my powder was a little bit too orangey. So I went ahead and I cleaned that off with some alcohol, and I put it on the wig stand. I started doing some alterations. So I did cut a little bit more lace right here in the front. The lace starts right about here, so I did cut a good significant amount. Now I don't know if you guys noticed a little difference, but the weft is kind of gone, and that is because I took a scissor and that big piece of weft that was sitting right here in the front, I cut it off. I didn't cut a lot of it off. I probably cut less than 1 inch of it out, just so that I wouldn't mess up the wig. But I had to cut that out because when I tell y'all that closure was sitting there very, very bad, like it was not good at all. So I had to cut that off. When I inspected the lace, I feel like the wig itself came that way, where the weft, not the weft, I keep calling it the weft. It is a weft, but the closure part, like where the closure starts, it was already popping out before I even started to pluck. I just didn't notice it, and I just kept plucking away. So I will say that the biggest con of this wig was definitely that closure there. I do still stand on the lace in the front. I do wish that we had a little bit more lace to work with as far as like plucking, because I did have to pluck a lot to the point where I was worried that maybe it just wasn't gonna look right. But as you can see, this looks a lot better than the first install. There are some baby hairs here. These are actually a mix of the hair and my natural hair, and that kind of helped it out a little bit. But like I said, the wig has a lot of potential. I just feel like it gave me like very, very limited stuff to work with, and that's just about the only thing that killed it. Like it was just like the whole front of the wig just was not it. The cut, I could have dealt with that. That's not a big deal. The hair has held up pretty well, especially for, I haven't really put a lot of product on this hair anyways. All I did was put some, I did put some like flat ironing spray on it just to kind of control flyaways and frizz, which is the Garnier like spritz that you use to flat iron your hair, so heat protecting. But I have not put any type of products on this hair. I haven't washed it yet, and I actually went to the pool and it got a little bit wet and stuff. I've slept with the wig on, done so many things with this wig. The heat is crazy outside, and no matter what, the hair is still holding up pretty well. Look at the movement. It's really, really nice. But I did want to update you guys because I kind of wanted to give the wig a second chance, but I will say that out of a 10, I'm gonna give this wig a 6. Like, I think we're gonna go with a 6. And it's just because of like so many things that I could see being troublesome for somebody who's a beginner. It is a beginner friendly wig, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure if this was like a manufacturer problem, like just the actual just weft, because the lace, that's 1 inch. Like, I can't, you know, it's, these wigs are built that way. Like, this specific model is built that way. But the big closure here, that was a hell no for me. So yeah, that is it. I just wanted to update y'all real quick. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Shout outs to LuvMe Hair. I told you guys, definitely check them out. They do have a lot of wigs, different styles, affordable, beginner friendly. I feel like this wig definitely would have been a beginner friendly wig, because it's not one of those wigs where you have to do too much. Like, you don't have to do a frontal install or anything like that. Like, you can just do something very, very simple and nice, and it's very classy and stuff. But they do have a lot of different styles. If you're into color, they have a lot of wigs that come in different colors as well, textures, everything, anything you could think of. So definitely check them out. Also, make sure that you do go with LuvMe Hair, because if you're one of those people who wants to do payment plans and stuff and you don't want to pay for the wig right there and then, you could always pay it as you go. So they do have, I believe they have Zip, Afterpay, and I don't want to say Klarna, but they might have Klarna. But I do believe, I know for sure they have Afterpay, and they also have Zip. So if you want to pay as you go, you can do that as well. And make sure that if you haven't done so, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and you like this video if you enjoyed it, and follow me on Instagram at Peralta Knows Best. I will see you guys soon. Bye.